All right, so today I put together tops and bottoms for us. Some of my favorite exercises are going to be incorporated into this workout today. I'm always looking for new and interesting ways to work our bodies that, that build and are interesting and like makes us want to come back for more, right? So I find working the shoulders, not only is it good to build all the muscles around that shoulder joint because it is a really important joint, it gives us that look, right? We've got those big, the broad shoulders, pulls our posture up, it's the hangers of our body, and then everything tapers down from there. And if we work the booty, then, we've got that out, the vanity side of it, the hourglass, right? Working the booty, the glutes, the hamstrings, all that area back there, that's what pushes us through life and propels us forward. Again, keeping that really nice, tall, good posture. It's besides the vanity. It's always good to just have a well-rounded workout. That's what we're doing today, okay? So tops and bottoms probably my favorite two muscle groups to work. Certainly shoulders are my favorite muscle group, like hands down, okay? Core is shortly behind that, and I really worked hard on glutes and hamstrings back of it because my quads are big and I'm trying to catch everything else up. So hopefully you will enjoy it because I'm going to bring my passion for these muscle groups to you today. So what you'll need is a set of weights. I have some heavier sets of weights because I've been working my shoulders for a while. If you have any shoulder issues, I want you to be moderate. Listen to your body, okay? Everything we do, you can do with, an impingement. If you have an injury, obviously you're going to be really light. You can do this without any weights as well. You're not going to feel as much, but you can. What I want to say is this: when we do anything through our shoulder joint, right? I want you, so like first move, or I know we're going to take a little squat, your fist is going to face you, you're going to rotate and turn upwards. I think we need you to think about the muscle, not just rolling through a joint. I think that's where a lot of the problems with people's shoulders come into play personally, okay? Is that you're not thinking, you're just thinking about like, just move it. I need you to think about that muscle. What's that muscle doing? The muscle is going to press, okay? You almost have to think out of the joint, okay? Don't crunch it, grind it, or rely on the bone and the pressure of the weight pushing the bone. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Hopefully you can think about it as we go through the workout today, but let's go ahead and start with our warm-up. Let's just get everything nice and loose. So we're gonna start with shoulder circles back. I really feel like even if you have light weights today, you'll be fine because we're gonna focus a lot. Shoulders. Upper back a little bit of biceps, booty, hamstrings, okay? We'll get to some core work at the end. We're gonna go every exercise for 45 seconds, take a 15-second transition in between, and then the goal is to repeat some sets, okay? Now let's go ahead and rotate forward. We are gonna take our time with this workout, keep rotating, I'm gonna get my gloves on, and go through everything. So pretty much the first set will be a little bit of legs and a whole lot of shoulders, and then the second set is going to be a whole lot of booty, not legs, a little bit of legs, and then a whole lot of booty, okay? Let's go ahead and wring out our arms. So we're going to take one hand down, one hand up, and we're just going to wring it on out right here, okay? There you go. Whatever music you want to put on is great because whatever I have on is not great. It's just background music, really, is what it is, so. Thank you all for joining me right now. I have a set of 5s, I have a set of 15, 17 and a half, I have 112 and I have 120 out. I kind of know my range with my shoulders. If you have 5s and 8s and 10s, maybe 12s, that's fine too. The 20 is for when we get to the booty work, okay? That's the only reason why. All right, are we loosened up? Maybe a little stretch open, round it out, stretch open, round it out. A couple little squats here, okay? Just a little bit to loosen that on out. Take some side lunges, and then switch, little pulses, right? And switch. So like I said, first exercise exercise. We're gonna have a palm facing in. We're gonna take a little squat and we're gonna rotate, press up. All right. I start with a heavier weight for that. You choose what you're gonna use. So we're gonna go one side and then the other. So when we do one-sided exercises, which we're going to do today, core is gonna stay extra tight. You're welcome. We're gonna do a little squat. As you press up, your arm's gonna rotate up. So we're gonna take that elbow, tuck it in nice and tight. Hold the weight right to the shoulder. And as you stand up and press up, squeeze the butt, you're gonna take that bicep right next to the ear, okay? So we're coming, rotating through the shoulder here. If you need to, if your weight's a little bit heavy or if your shoulder's starting to fatigue, you've got your legs to help power you up. Make sense? Okay. We're gonna go 45 seconds on one side, 45 on the other. We're going to grab our weight right now and begin. Ready, set, squat, press, squat, press. Every time you come down, that weight comes right in front of that shoulder. Do you feel how you have to tighten your core right away? Okay, squeeze through your center. Thank you for bearing through all of my directions before we started, because I know you're like, let's just work out. I think it's super important for you to know how to stay safe and to think about what you're doing versus going through the motions, okay? Sink that tailbone down and back. Press up overhead. We got 8 seconds here. You feeling it in that shoulder yet? All right, last one. Let's go ahead and transition to the other side. Did you feel it? Top of the muscle, right through here, okay? Same thing other side. Maybe your biceps even feeling a little bit. Holding your weight right here in front of you. Okay, squat back. A little breathless, huh? Squat down, press it up. One arm might feel better than the other. This arm's gonna feel nice and fresh now. Okay? Please be mindful of your face. So it's down, fluid movement up. Down, start rotating on the way up, right? As you press your legs up, squeeze your booty, you're starting to lift out of the shoulder joint. Let those knuckles go to the ceiling, right? Rotate your palm. That's all we're doing. Rotating the palm. Side profile here. Maybe one more. Did you choose a good weight that you're nice and fatigued? All right, we're gonna go into the next exercise. It's gonna look like this. I'm gonna stagger my stance. I'm gonna grab my weight, one hand, right? Staggered stance. You're gonna bend this leg, hinge forward, just like we would if you're going into flight, right? Back leg can be flat, that foot can be flat on the floor. You're gonna row, fly, stand up, squeeze your butt. Let me do this angle now, okay? Hinge, row, fly, rise, fold, row, fly, rise. On that fly, my elbow is bent. I have to fight to keep myself squared off and not throw myself to the side because I'm doing one side at a time. My core has to stay tight. I need to keep everything engaged. You ready to do it? Let me get my watch ready. My timer ready, okay? One leg at a time, one arm at a time. 45 seconds, okay? Go ahead and hinge, row, fly, stand up, hinge, row, fly. I feel it in my booty immediately. I'm pushing my front heel onto the floor, squeezing my shoulder blade to my midline. As I row, squeeze the back. So this is your rear delt and your lat, which is the upper part of your back, pulling your posture up. Row, fly. Now, is your booty on fire yet? Mine is. Paige is on fire. All right, go ahead and stop. Let's do the other side. Try to keep that torso straight. No twisting or turning as we do the moves with our arm, okay? It's all about that back and the back of the shoulder, the rear part of the shoulder, okay? Staggered stance. Go ahead and hinge forward fold. Row. Fly. Rise. Row. Fly. Rise. I have my hand on my thigh that's okay. I need you to split the difference and use what you would for the fly and not worry about what weight it is for the row, okay? On the row, I can go a lot heavier. On the fly, I am challenging myself with a 15-pound right now, okay? I didn't think I'd be able to do it, but I am. Oh, I'm fighting for it. Hold up top. You breathe in. We're working some muscles, I love it. Okay, next up, one leg if you can. You're gonna come into a warrior three balance. Squeeze the booty. Curl, press, that's what I wanna do. Okay, warrior three, balance, curl, press. You have to keep your core tight. You can peg leg this foot. You can come down with that foot for balance there if you need to, but we're working the cheek, the biceps, and the shoulders, okay? We're gonna do one leg and then the other. So remember that when you're curling and lift pressing, that you need to get a weight that's not gonna kill you, okay? Ready, set, begin. Pick a leg. I'm gonna start on my right. Hinge forward like a warrior three. Come upright, curl, turn, press. Same, come down the opposite way you just came up, okay? Warrior three, curl, turn, press. Your arms should be tired already, so use a weight you can handle right now, okay? Take your time with this. We're like hammering the shoulders right now, okay? Wash your hair today, and then don't wash it tomorrow, because you might not be able to reach the top of your head. Okay, go ahead and stop. Pause, let them rest. Drop the weights if you need to let the forearms rest, and then we're gonna go on the other leg, okay? I got two more moves, and then we're gonna repeat everything we just did. And that's pretty much our upper body shoulder set, okay? Our tops. Ready, set, warrior three. Try to balance and press. Remember what I said. If balance is an issue, pop that toe, curl, turn, press. Give yourself a little kickstand, a little peg leg. Be a pirate if you need to. Okay? You should be feeling the back of the leg, where it meets the booty right there. Okay, as you come on up. Lower. Core tight, curl, turn, press, and then come out of it the same way. Last one right here. Okay, very lightweight for this one, so whatever you're using, lighten up your load. We're gonna keep it basic, simple. You ready? Grab that lightweight and just start with me. We're gonna squat, fly. Goes like this. Squat, fly. That's it, okay? So go ahead and begin as soon as you have those weights in your hands. Feet are parallel, toes are forward, tailbone's back. Chest is lifted. Think about pulling your knuckles to the side wall. That's how you lift out of the joint and use the muscle at the top of the shoulders, okay? We breathe in. Woo-hoo. And one more combo exercise after this. Then we start all over again. So I want you to start thinking right now, did I use a good set of weights? Should I change my weights for the exercises? Give me one more right here. Okay, how are they feeling? So warm, so warm. Okay, you can stick with those weights or switch it. Turn those toes out nice and wide. We're gonna do a tractor pull here. Sumo down, come up, row. Sumo down, push your heels in the floor, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your booty, and row. Up, right, row, tractor pull, what do you want to call it? Elbows lead the way. We are working the tops of the shoulders right here. We are tall and upright, shoulders are stacked over the hips, belly button tight. Okay? What do you think? You're feeling it? I'm feeling it. I like it. I pulled out like the best exercises for your shoulders right now for you. Last one. Okay, I did learn a I'm on the new one today. Now, I'm gonna give you a minute to pause and break and breathe. And again, get your weights ready for the second set if you need to switch them up at all. I think I'm switching up on the first one. I'm gonna go a little lighter. Just because that upright row, I can feel it. So you do what works for you. Coming up here. My drink left a puddle. It's sweating. AC's still out in my house. It's only like 80 something. Not a big deal. Didn't cool off as well as we wanted to last night. It just better be fixed by the weekend, right? Because it's supposed to be in the 90s. Okay, ready, set. Next set of work. Grab that one weight. Hold it right in front of your shoulder, palm facing in. Ready, set, squat. Rotate, press. Squat. Rotate, press. Now this feels light now, but I know after I do some reps, it will start to feel appropriate. All right, squat, squeeze, press. Squat, squeeze, press. If you need to, like I said, you can kind of use the legs to power up and almost launch that weight up above your head like a rocket, okay? Rotate in, rotate up. Now I'm using my arm out for balance. You can put your arm on your hip. You can go anywhere you want it to. We got 7 seconds. I'm glad I chose this weight. A little lighter helps, especially on this shoulder. All right, go ahead and let's switch. Breathe first. Toes are forward, tailbones back, feet are about parallel for the squat. You don't need to be too wide. Wrap that weight up right at your shoulder height, okay? Squat arm down and back, and press. I always think, fight the power. Or a little He-Man or She-Ra whenever I do this exercise, okay? Your core is tight. Are you feeling your abs right there? You have to. As soon as you press something overhead, your core engages, right? And we're going from the heels to the knuckles here, rolling right through all of our muscles. You feel it? It's amazing. Powerful, strong body. Right here. Keep going. Control that weight. Press and lift. Last one. All right. Okay, I'm gonna stick with, I'm gonna go lighter again. Hinge, row, fly. Staggered stance. Lay your belly on your thigh. Fold forward. Row. Fly. Rise. Hinge. Row. Fly. Rise. Hinge. Row. Fly. Rise. I am bending my elbow on my fly, but I am leading with the elbow and squeezing my shoulder blade, okay? If you have a lighter weight, try to get that arm straight. Squeeze your shoulder blade towards the midline of your spine, right there, okay? You want to use that blade, that wing, hold here. Shoulder blade, wing. Okay, makes sense? We're gonna go ahead and do the other side. We're also working here, those peaches. Work them peaches. Staggered stance. Hand and thigh if you need to. Fold. Row. Core tight. Squeeze the booty. Row. Fly. Squeeze the butt. Push your foot, that heel, that front heel, into the floor. Okay? How we doing? Okay. Good, good, good. I can hear you talking to me. You're like, I'm good, Trace. I'm working. So by the time we hit the floor to do all of our leg work, our booty work, right? Your cheeks are already gonna be a little fired up from all that we're doing right here standing, okay? Hold up top. We've got our single leg, warrior 3, stand up curl press, okay? So, grab those weights, plant one leg, find a focal point, curl, turn, cross. That was nice and slow and controlled. And then I come out of it the same way in reverse, right? I need to put my leg there. So turn the wrist, let your body fall forward, chest sticks out, right? Then curl, turn, and it's all this rotation here. It's actually really good for your joints to work in multiple functioning ways right now. This is very functional. If you think about the process and the multitasking our body, we ask our bodies to do on a daily basis. This will help keep you strong. Go ahead and stop. Release the weights if you need to. We're gonna do the leg. Think about it, all that rotation. That's where I find the beauty in all of our movements. And the beauty in this machine that we live in, right? This vessel we call home. Why would you not work on your body, your home, right? We do so many cosmetic things and so many things to our houses that we actually live in. Why wouldn't we do the same to our bodies, right? Take care of them. It's your beautiful home that you live in, your spirit, right? We can move it in some wonderful ways. Why not try all of them? I think we're gonna do all of the movement ways in this workout. I've got you moving all sorts of directions, right? I've got you pushing through all sorts of muscles and joints. This is your last one right here. How we doing? Okay. Lightweight squat fly, right? Feet are underneath the hips, toes forward, tailbone's gonna come back. Shoulders roll back and lifted, okay? Chest up. Squat. Stand, fly. Two separate movements, but a combination. I want you to squat first, stand, then raise. Squat, core tight, fly. Squat, squeeze the booty, lift the knuckles to the sidewall, and raise the shoulders to work the tops of the muscle. Okay? Your muscle tops. Work your bottom, work your top. All right, 5 more seconds. I was like, it seems like a long 45. We get a lot of reps in. We've got a lot of volume we're working with here. Okay, now you can pause. Grab your other weights for your sumo upright row. Same thing, we're gonna come down, up, and then do the row. Turn your toes out, get wide. Sumo squat down, weight in the heels. Push, squeeze, hold, row. Weights down, shoulders stacked over the hips. Row, elbows come up. My weights are stopping at the midline of my chest. Okay? Midline meaning the middle of your chest. Okay? I think we're all ladies doing the workout. It's like that nipple line, okay? I'm not saying that saying it in an appropriate way, so don't giggle at me. All right. Lower. Thighs become parallel to the floor. Upright. Row. Hold it here. That was set 1, right? Or block 1. We're actually going to move on now to the floor. Focus a little bit more on the glutes, okay? So, for this one, do you have a heavy weight? Like, or maybe 2 weights to make a heavy weight? Like, I'm gonna use a 20 for bridges. We're gonna start with bridges. Usually when I do bridges, I go actually heavier than that. But I realize you might not have that at home with you. So try to find the heaviest weight you have, or take 2 of your heaviest weights and hold them on your lap for bridge, okay? We're gonna do bridge, a butterfly bridge, a hamstring bridge. We're gonna flip over in a tabletop and do some donkey kicks with a weight. I've always been told don't do anything more than a 20 when you're doing your donkey kicks. We're basically gonna hold the weight in the nook of our knee, and we're gonna press up. So find something that can comfortably sit back there, nothing too heavy. Then we're gonna do some side lying, and then we're almost done, okay? I mean, we're gonna repeat that whole set, and then I core work, so we're not almost done, we're halfway. Grab a heavier weight, grab a moderate, medium weight. How about that? Does that work? Trying to guide you to the ground so you don't have to keep getting up and down, up and down. Okay, my heavy weight. And I'm gonna grab 2 others for moderate. You might wanna put 1 light weight nearby if you don't plan on getting up between this set and the core set, okay? That's how I move my weights. All right, I need a sip of water. We're gonna hit the mat, hit the floor. If you have loops, you're welcome to use those as well. If you don't have them, that's fine, not a big deal, okay? I might put them on. I'll probably put them on. So you guys can see if you do have them, how to use them on these exercises. You can put one on your thighs for the first bridge if you want. You don't need one. But if you're going to put one on, do that now. You don't have to have one, you hear me? You're still gonna get the good workout even without it. But it's just extra if you have one. You're gonna take that heavy weight, you're gonna pull your heels towards your butt, and then you can walk your butt towards your heels even. I want about 2 inches between your heel and your butt, okay? You're gonna hold the weight on your hips. You're gonna keep your knees parallel with your toes. We're gonna lift and lower, hover, lift and lower. It's a basic bridge, okay? So that was our kind of midway break. Let's go ahead and begin. You're gonna lift, hold, lower, lift, hold, lower, lift, hold, lower, lift, squeeze, lower. I want you to think about tilting your pelvic, your hips, to the ceiling, even slightly towards your chin. Tuck that tailbone under and squeeze. Hold, lower, lift, hold, lower, lift, hold, lower. Are you squeezing for me? Push your heels into the floor. Wiggle your toes. Squeeze, lift, hold. Hips stay squared off to the sky. There's eyeballs, there's strings on those hips, and they're pulling to the ceiling. Lift, hold. All right, lower it all the way down. Weight can come off. You're gonna walk your feet together. You're gonna lift and bridge up, and you're gonna open up those thighs. I don't think I can do this very well with this band. It's pretty tight. Butterfly, we're gonna open and close. Stay lifted. Feet are together. You're basically doing a butterfly squeeze, okay? Butterfly, release. Lift up your hips. They start to droop down and drop. Lift your hips. Hold it up there. We're going out, 2, in, 2. Out, 2, in, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Does that make sense? Lift your butt up. It sagged down. I'm sorry, but it did. It always does. Lift it up high. Push your heels into the floor as you open those thighs. This is your Suzanne Somers thigh master right here. All right, release it. Whoo! You feeling that already? I think so. Okay. Next up, you're going to walk your feet further out. So see the distance now from my butt to my heels? It's much further. My knees are parallel to my toes. They're on a straight line. We're going to go ahead and lift and lower. Pull your hips to the ceiling and lower. What are we doing now? Working the back of the legs, the hamstrings. That attaches to our booty. Okay? Make sure that your feet are parallel and your knees are in line with your toes. I'm digging my heels into the floor. I'm lifting and squeezing the back of my legs. You should not be feeling this as much in your lower back as in your legs if you're doing it correctly. I want you to lift, hold, and then lower. You might even get a little muscle cramp in your hamstring. It's okay. Shake it out and join back in if it gets that bad. But if it's just a little, go ahead and release. Uncomfortable, I want you to kind of fight through it. If it's our Charlie horse, a real bad one, come out, stretch it, and then come back, okay? All right, next up, we're flipping on over to tabletop. This is where you're gonna take that moderate weight, put it in the nook of your knee, okay? You're gonna stay on all fours, keep your core tight. Your shoulders are going to square off over the mat. Hands are right underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. Now you're gonna have to play with your back foot here and see, do you need to curl the toe under? Can you keep it flat? What are you gonna do as you take this leg and lift it? Okay, so I'm pulling my heel towards my butt. I'm holding the with the nook of my knee, and I'm going to kick up and come down. Kick up and come down. So I'm just painting an arch. You see that distance too? So I don't want you coming all the way down and then all the way up. That weight's gonna roll like crazy. I need you to keep it tight in a very small angle, okay? Let's try it out. Hands under the shoulders, core tight, hips squared off. We're gonna lift and lower. So let's say it's about 6 inches with the knee that you're painting an arch. Up, 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 down, down, down. Squeeze the booty, booty, booty. Heel towards the rear, okay? Squeeze that weight. And if you have no weight, that's fine too, okay? Try not to open up that hip. If your hips had eyeballs, they're looking at the floor, okay? Core tight. I'm feeling it in my abs too, right here. Woo, booty, booty, booty. We're gonna do it on one side and we get to do it on another. What do you think of tops and bottoms? Pretty good stuff, huh? This used to be an exercise that I liked. This one's hurting me today. Woo-hoo. Go ahead and release it. We have to switch legs, okay? Again, you're gonna carefully place that weight in the nook of your knee. Hands under the shoulders, core tight. Try not to open up that hip. Go ahead and begin. Flex that heel towards your butt. We're gonna lift about 6 inches is the distance from when your knee is at the bottom to your knee is at the top. You can make it smaller than that if you'd like, but I don't want it any bigger, okay? Your knee's not coming to the mat. You're keeping it engaged and pressing that heel to the ceiling, pulling your heel to your butt. Are your hips facing down? Is your core tight? I'll show you a different way to do it the second time through if I remember, okay? I'll show you. 3, 2, 1, lower it all the way down. Ready for the next one? If you have a loop, you can loop yourself. If you don't have a loop, you don't need it, okay? Cool. It didn't hurt, I promise. You loop your thighs. Coming onto your shoulder, not your shoulder, shoulder over the elbow, side plank essentially, okay? On my knee, I'm going to lift my hip up, and I'm going to lift this band, lower my hip. Lift, lower. Now, if you do not have a band, it's okay. You're still going to do the same thing I am. We're going to just open up and then close, okay? You will feel this in your top glute and your bottom glute under here as we lift and lift, okay? Core is also incorporated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So we lift and lower. Hand can be on the hip. Hand can be in front of you right here if you need to for balance. So we're lifting and squeezing both cheeks. Both knees are bent. Lift, squeeze. It's like a clamshell almost, okay? Lift, squeeze. You should feel this right now. My bottom cheek especially. I gotta get my form right. Lift that hip and lower. You think it's gonna be your obliques and your core, and it's not. It's your butt right there. Lift, squeeze. I should probably do this without a band. Woo. All right. I'm at fatigue. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. I couldn't take it anymore. It was bad. Okay. Switch, and we'll do the other side. Now you're going to feel it in both cheeks for sure because you already worked one. Okay. Side plank on the knees, on the elbow. Ready, set, lift off. So we're lifting and lowering. Lifting and lowering. Are you feeling it? Where I told you you're going to feel it in the cheek. Oh boy. Oh goodness. Come on, fight through it. Think no band the second time through. Come on, Trace. Lift that booty. 30 seconds this next time. We're not doing this for 45. What was I thinking? Woohoo! 5 seconds left. Yeah, cut it short because I went. Oh my goodness. That was the set. We're going to do it all over again. You can leave the grab that weight out again, okay? Do you need to breathe for a second? I do. You find out really quick where your weaknesses are when you start working them, right? I know where my weakness is today. I told you, I've been working really hard on this glute action, and it still is really challenging for me today, okay? So hopefully it's challenging for you in a really good way. So again, you can leave the loop on if you have one. If you don't, it's okay. Just keep those feet parallel. Knees are in line with the toes. Push your weight into your heels. Hold the weight on your hips, and we're going. Take off in 3, 2, 1. Lift, hold, lower. Make sure your butt is to your heels and your heels are to your butt. If you're feeling it in the back of the legs, I need you to walk your heels closer to your butt. I need you to tilt your pelvic towards your chin and squeeze. Tuck that tailbone underneath you. Squeeze the butte, lower. Squeeze. Mine's kind of numb right now, actually. Oh, goodness. Are you okay, buddy? Oh, he's crying. He's big crying, I think. Lift, squeeze, hold. Lower. Lift, squeeze, hold. Lower. Are you guys ready for butterflies or Suzanne Summer Thigh Master next? Lift, hold. Lower, all the way down. Release that weight. Walk your feet together. We're going to go ahead, lift up, hold. Now butterfly. Open and closed. Open and closed. There are strings lifting your hips to the ceiling. You're a puppeteer right now. You're getting, somebody's using your body as a puppet, and they're holding your hips up high. Don't let them droop. Open those knees, close those knees. Anybody have a thigh master at home? Anybody? I do not. I have a lot of tools. I do not have one of those. It always looked hokey, like the shaker weight. But there's nothing wrong with having a Suzanne Somers thigh master, because look at that woman. Woohoo, right? Open and close. Lift that booty up high, high, high. My son, can you see him? He's got a visitor here today with us. All right, go ahead and lower. Okay. Next up, we're going to do that hamstring bridge, which just means that we're walking our feet further away. Hi, Sparks. This is our guinea pig, Sparky Griswold. We have 3 of them now. All right, we're going to go ahead and walk those heels out. Toes can stay up, heels into the floor. You've got a good distance between your butt and your heels now. You can bury those arms into the floor if you want, okay? And we're going to lift and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, go. All right. Back of the legs here, a little bit in the booty too, but I want you to not feel it in your lower back, okay? I want you to take it in the legs, squeeze the legs, work on squeezing that muscle. If you feel it in your lower back too much, you're relying on your back to do the work versus your legs, okay? So that means you have to squeeze the leg muscle. It is attached to your lower back, so you might feel it a little bit there. That's just going to be a bit of a pull, but otherwise I want you to feel the legs. Are they Charlie horsing? All right. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1 and done. Lower it all the way down. Donkey kicks with the weight. Now, if you were having trouble with the weight and it was sliding around, ditch the weight and just do the kicks, okay? Deal? All right, get yourself into position. So if you want to, you can come down to the elbows. It'll change the angle and take it a little bit more into the booty, okay? So you can either be up high on your hands, shoulders over the wrist, or you can be on your elbows, shoulders over the elbows, okay? And again, it's just a couple inches up, a couple inches down, not releasing the movement, just lifting and squeezing. I would prefer this position. It gets my booty a little bit better. Okay, I feel more stable, core tight, hips facing downward. Last one. Yowzas. Switch it to the other side, okay? Gently, carefully. So again, you can choose up high tabletop Pull that heel towards your butt. Little lift and squeeze. Make an arch with that leg. Core tight, hips facing down. Again, with this leg that's not doing anything, you can curl the toe under if it's more comfortable. You can leave it flat, it doesn't matter. I need to curl it under because it helps me hold my balance and stability a little better so I'm not falling over. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. All right, I told you this last move, 30 seconds, and we're sticking. I'm going for 30. If you want to go longer, go for it, but that's all I can handle. All right, last one right there. We got a new guinea pig out. This is Rusty Griswold. So nice little break for us. Okay, 30 seconds. I'm not even going to use my loop. On your side plank, on your knees. Ready, set, lift and lower. Lift and lower. We're going to see if there's a difference between the loop or not. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. A little bit so far. I might make it 45 seconds. I'm going to watch my watch and I'm going to tell you when it's 30. When we're up. Okay, you got 10 seconds here. If you want to keep going, otherwise you just went for 35 actually. If you want to go all the way to 45, we got about 5 seconds left. Done. Flip it around the other side. We got core work after this. There's still more exercises. We're not done. We're not even done yet. But we're so good on time. We're rolling right through this. You're doing awesome. Okay, shoulder over the elbow. Ready, set. Lift off. Remember, you can keep this hand here if you need to. Put a hand on your hip. You can reach your hand up. It's up to you, okay? Lift, squeeze. Lift, squeeze. And if you feel like you're slipping away, like your elbow's over there, readjust yourself, okay? Sometimes that happens, it's okay. Maybe your knees are moving on, you just readjust. Make sure you have good form as we do this. Woo, cheeks. Your time is up if you were doing 30 seconds. We got 5 more if you're sticking with me. Sorry, I forgot to tell you on this leg. Drop down. I'm being a baby, I know. Okay. Ready for some core work. Oh, make sure your space is all cleared up. We're going to start with plank shoulder taps on your knees or your toes because we've got to, keep working the tops of our shoulders, right? Then we're going to come down to our elbows and we're going to do leg lifts so we can work our booty again, okay? So I'm going to come facing you. We're going to go 45 seconds here, okay? Then I'm going to have you come down to your elbows and we're going to go 45 seconds here. Flexed, flat foot, lifting the heel to the sky. Trying to keep our booties even with our shoulders. I know mine was kind of creeping up. It's going to happen a little bit. The goal is to keep yourself flat, okay? Ready, set. We got one more guinea pig to meet here, you guys. Wide stance in your plank, wide with the feet. We're going to tap down, shoulder tap down. This is Eddie, cousin Eddie, the Griswolds. This is our third guinea pig.
Hello.
You didn't know you were getting a show and tell pet show today, did you? Guinea pigs have been an awesome pet. I wish I would have had one when I was a kid. They're fun, they have personalities, they eat a lot, that's why they're called pigs. Okay? Are you doing tap down and controlling this? Trying to not rock your hips. Trying to keep your head, your heel in a straight line. Last one. Press back child's pose and just hang tight, okay? Breathe. We're going to come down to our elbows next and just do leg lift. Your leg is straight. It's a small lift. I don't want you lifting up high. I want you just to squeeze your butt and lift like a couple inches. That's it, okay? Ready, set. On your elbows. Lift and lower. It's like 3-4 inches, okay? I don't want anybody coming up way high here. It's right here. Little squeeze, little lift. Shoulders over the elbows. If it's easier for you to come up to a high plank on your hands, you can. And also, if it's too challenging for you, you're welcome to come to your knees and do a little kick up. A little kick up. Okay? You're still doing the same work, you're still squeezing your booty. Okay? Last one right here. Okay. Child's pose. You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. Okay, next up. I'm breathing, you breathing. Okay. Don't worry about my watch. It's my thumbs next. We're gonna head into the shoulders a little bit more here. If you have that light weight nearby, you're gonna come to your elbow in a side plank. You can be on your knees for this. We're gonna lift and lower, lift and lower. You're gonna paint that arch. We've done this before. This is nothing new, I'm pretty sure. So just a side plank on your knee or your toes. You can stack your feet if you have good balance, or take your top leg and put it forward. All right, let's go ahead and again, we're gonna do one side and then the other. So we tap the thigh, lift to the shoulder, tap the thigh. Oh boy. Painting a little arch, keeping your elbow, shoulder, hip in a straight line, okay? If you need to come down to that bottom knee, we're gonna do this side, the other side, and then I'm calling it quits today. We're good. You guys did an awesome workout. Tops and bottoms, how you feeling? Amazing. Happy hump day. You're doing this on Wednesday. We made it to the midweek. Oh, these shoulders. Oh boy, give me one more. Lower that weight. Give yourself a rest. We're gonna do the other side. If you want to repeat this side, you're welcome to, but I'm stretching out. All right. Elbow underneath the shoulder. Either stack the feet or put the top leg forward. We're gonna go just to the shoulder and down. Control it, nice and smooth movement. Okay. Lift that hip so you're in a nice high plank. Squeezing that oblique. I have a very light weight here. You can do this with no weight. Okay, you can also just hold side plank. If you need to, you can even put your hand right here and hold side plank, okay? If you're still working on that. All sorts of levels right here for you, okay? We're all gonna succeed. We're all gonna feel good about what we got accomplished today. Last one right here. Go ahead and lower that weight. Everybody drop down into a child's pose. Now I'll tell you this. This is very similar to what I might do with a personal training client. So you just got a really great training session, okay? Keep bottom towards your heels. Walk your fingertips forward. Woo. If you feel like you worked hard, you did. Okay. Come on up to all fours. Let's cat-cow. So, I customized, right, some shoulders and upper body and some booty work here for us, and threw in some abs on the side. Why not? It's like a sidecar of abs. And I think that's the cool thing about this group is that if there's something specific we want to work on, we'll do that. Just tell me, okay? Give me one more. This time, curl the toes under. Push up, down dog. Draw your heels to the floor. Pull your shoulders down and back away from your ears. So we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together. Pulling our heels to the floor the best that you can. Getting the back of the legs stretched out. Then we're going to sweep through, sit down. Let's do some figure four stretches, okay? So you're going to take one leg. This is going to open up our glute, okay? One leg. You can open up that thigh. You know I always like to hug the knee, hug the leg. Lead your chest towards your calf. Tall and upright. Open that hip. Did that feel okay even though we did legs yesterday? I think it felt okay. don't think it was too bad, okay? I know it's kind of like doubling up. Go ahead and switch legs slightly, but I think we did pretty good. Do you feel like your upper body might have, might be the one that tomorrow you're gonna go, ooh. When I tell you to wash your hair, I mean it. Do it today. Skip tomorrow, and then the next day you can wash it again. Anything you have to do with your arms over your head, do it today. Fold forward. Get some length, so pull your chest towards your knees, elongate the back of the legs. Those hamstrings, those glutes attached to your back might feel tight, so go ahead and reach forward. Roll it on up. Let's round out the shoulder blades, open up the back, side to side. Then I'm going to take you on our stomachs to do a shoulder stretch, okay? All right, feel good? Open up those shoulder blades. Get the rear delt a little bit there, okay? So, lay on the floor on your stomachs. Broken T or field goal posts, okay? My elbows out from my shoulder. Walk your fingertips forward slightly. We've done this before. We're going to do it again. We're going to push this hand into the floor as we open up that shoulder girdle. It is your chest and your shoulder all together, okay? Adjust as needed. I need to come out a little bit wider, I think. So push this elbow. See my hand tapping? That elbow pushes into the floor. And we're going to try the other side. You may also do it a straight arm and open this way and see how that feels, okay? Let's go to the other side when you're ready. Goalposts, fingertips walk forward, elbow into the floor, rotate yourself open. Oh, yeah. You can do this standing with your hand on a wall and rotate open as well. So again, if the bent elbow's not working for you, just straighten out that arm, straight out from the shoulder, and then open. You don't want it to be higher or lower than your shoulder height, okay? Roll it on up. You can sit or kneel. Kneeling's not great for your knees. Go ahead and just loosen up, open up that shoulder. So I'm gonna just tilt my head one way, reach my fingertips the other. So tight. And then switch and do the other side. Reach, 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 reach. Anything else that you need to do to stretch out those shoulders, please go for it. Another idea my chiropractor gave me was just to hold a weight in your hand, let it hang there, and then move your neck just a little. But you have to tilt your ear towards your shoulder, okay? You can even do a little bit like a chin forward slightly, okay? And then do the other side. So if you're feeling really tight in your traps, you can go ahead and do this, okay? Maybe a little tilt, the chin tilt towards the chest slightly. Okay, it feels so much better, right? Okay, whether you're sitting or standing, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and inhale up. Exhale. Awesome work. Tops, bottoms. I'm proud of you. That was a good one. This will be open for repeat, so as long as you have the link, you can come back to it again and again whenever you want, okay? Tomorrow is a rest day, so if there is a workout that you would like me to open for you, all you have to do is just tell me the title and the day, and I can really easily open it for you, and when you're done, I'll lock it back up, okay? But it's really, really simple for me to do that, so please take advantage of that if you would like to work out and there's something that you did that you really enjoy that you want to go back to, okay? Another thing is just maybe get a notebook and write down the date and the like today's date, if you really like this one, and the workout. Tops and bottoms, 7:15. Write it down in a notebook so you can have like your favorites that you can always come back to and just tell them, well, this one you can open up anytime. But then you'll know, well, that was a favorite of mine, I really liked it. I do that all the time with my workouts. If it's a workout that I really like, I put notes by it, I put hearts by it, and I'll say, I really like this. Or if I do a workout and I'm like, there was a lot of shoulders, I'll put shoulder focus, you know, so that I can go back and repeat the ones that I like. It's all out here for you to take advantage of, and like you're paying for it, so you might as well, right? All right, you guys, I will see you soon. Have an awesome day. Thanks for joining me, and good work.